Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to our platform and thank you so much for joining today. Hope you guys are doing well, guys. As for me, I am waxing well and thank you so much. Today, I bring to you another opportunity if you really want to jackpot to Europe come September 2025. And this opportunity, I'm going to be talking about studies in Luxembourg in general, including the University of Luxembourg and life in Luxembourg. So if you really want to, this is not clickbait, if you want to jackpot to Luxembourg this year and of course start your studies, listen to this video and check the other one that I'm going to drop after this video. Now, let's begin without wasting more time. Well, let me say that if you want a one-on-one call with me, if you don't understand what you are doing, where you need to go, or where you should target, depending on your budget and the requirements you have, please book a call with me. I can always sit down and call you when an appointment is booked. I don't even have the time. That's why I just squeeze time. You can see I have my jacket here. I was just in class and decided to record this video because I've seen so many questions inbox and I cannot sit and start typing one after the other. So let's go. I would give you first of all an advice, then I'll give you advantages of why you should target the University of Luxembourg. Advice number one, but before this advice, let's talk about some things that you need to know. This university is going to be opening its doors to international students come February 1st, 2025. Now, my question to you is, what are you doing at this point in time? What are you doing now? Have you gone to the school website to check if you have to actually have a program to study? Have you checked the requirements to see what they are saying? Remember, Luxembourg is just closer to me. I am in the Netherlands right now. And from Netherlands to Belgium is not far, 2 hours maximum. I'm in Antwerp. And from Luxembourg to Belgium is not far. I don't know how many minutes. But people who work in Luxembourg, most of them, they live in Belgium. Because of what? Accommodation is quite expensive in Luxembourg, about 800, 900 euros, right? I'm still going to come to that part. But first thing first, if you want to secure admissions to study at the University of Luxembourg, you should be able to do these few things now. First, remember, this school is very competitive. They are looking for people with extra qualification. Have you attended conferences? If yes, do you have proof of that? Have you attended events? Do you have all these details on your CV? If yes, do you have certificates to back this off? Also, have you done voluntary activities? What have you done to your community? What have you done to society? What have you done to mankind? Right? If you've done this, do you have evidence of all of this? What is it that you have done that can make you different from other candidates who are just coming from high school or who have been to university without any proper work experience or stuff like that? Do you have work experience? All these things, they are going to be very valuable and they mean a lot when you are trying to apply to the University of Luxembourg. So please put all of this into consideration, okay? I am making this video because I know many of you want to apply. I have how many thousand people here? Almost 58,000 people, right? And the University of Luxembourg alone, the entire university takes about 3,000 students every year. So with many of you are watching me, maybe this video, I don't know how many views they are going to get, but majority of the people watching this video are still home. So you would want to move to Luxembourg, right? Because of what? The tuition is affordable, 200 euros, 400 euros, you are good to go. So ask yourself, do you have these things I just mentioned now? If you do not have these things, this is going to be a problem for you. Remember, if you are coming from a country that speaks English, and you want to apply to the University of Luxembourg and you do not have IELTS, yes, the possibility is that you can get admitted to the University of Luxembourg, right? Yeah, because you come from an English-speaking country. But remember, they will not drop somebody with IELTS and pick you. That is to tell you that you are going to find Japanese students from Pakistan, India, students from China, South Korea, writing the IELTS exam because, of course, their first language is not English, and they will score like 7.589, even 7.57 and 8. Now, do you expect the university to leave a student like that who have that particular score in IELTS and take you with just your common English proficiency from your school. You have to be very, very strategic when you are trying to process these admissions to the University of Luxembourg. This is the advice I wanted to give to you. Another thing you should note is that cost of living in Luxembourg is very high. Now, if cost of living is very high, you should also understand that taxes are like the salaries are so big. Same thing like Switzerland, same thing like the Netherlands. You are going to pay more, but they will pay you more. But remember, some people will earn only after their taxes have been removed. Others, you will be given the money, then you pay your tax. So put that into consideration. Advantages of studying at the University of Luxembourg or in Luxembourg is the school is cheap. Yes, this is a fact. This is the cheapest school in Luxembourg. I think there are about 6 or 5 schools in Luxembourg or thereabout, but this is the cheapest. With 200, 400 euros, you are good to go for some program. But I didn't say they are all. All right, programs like MBA, entrepreneurship, they are a bit expensive. But again, there are still scholarships and some internship opportunities that you will be paid along the way, which will also pave your way to the top for you to graduate. So note this. Now, also understand that as a student at the University of Luxembourg, you would be given a discount if you want to study the Luxembourgish. And it's not like if you want to study. Of course, we are moving. One of the things that we are moving abroad or we are jackparing is because we need what we call permanent residency and citizenship, right? So one of the requirements for you to apply for PR and citizenship is the Luxembourgish. Now, remember, you already have a discount as a student studying at the University of Luxembourg to study Luxembourgish. Now, remember, you also need to be doing the language because at the end of the day, if you want to apply for PR or citizenship, they want to see it, right? And if you told them that you actually study Luxembourgish, they will also want to see the certificate. So make sure you attend the classes, and of course, there is a discount for that. Now, it is easy. Luxembourg want people. Remember, the population is not up to 1 million. So they want people in their country. And if you succeed to go in, you are good to go. Please, remember, for you to succeed in Luxembourg, you must use... They want people, yes. But are you ready to sacrifice and go in using the right methods? The right method is go legally, and the only legal way which is easy to enter Luxembourg is using the study pathway, student visa, right? Now, remember, this is another advantage. Their passport is ranked 4th in the world, number 4 in the world. Sometimes it can even be more than, it has, like the Luxembourgish passport is more powerful than the Belgian passport. Yeah, it's more powerful than most European passports. That's to tell you that if you have that passport, you can go to so many countries, right? Nobody will ask you anything. You don't need a visa. You just pocket it, showed at the immigration spot. You are gone. Nobody will ask you anything, right? Now, you also need to understand that if you study in Luxembourg and you start a family, or if you move to Luxembourg and your kids are in a particular, let's just say you start a family in Luxembourg, your children will study for free. You are not going to pay anything for your kids' school fees. Yeah, they will study for free. So put all these things into consideration. And again, remember they have free transportation and you are not going to pay for transport again. Sometimes the government purposely say that don't buy a car to their workers. Yes, it's possible. Sometimes it's the government giving them incentives to just jump on the free transportation or maybe take one transport system like that to limit the rate of greenhouse gases or carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide and all those things, right? They are trying to keep it safe. So these are some of the advantages you should know about Luxembourg. And if you really want to study in Luxembourg, just know this. I have mentioned the cost of living and equally said that it is so high. The cost of living in Luxembourg is high. But remember, skilled workers earn at least 3,100 in Luxembourg, and of course, unskilled worker will earn like 2,500 per month. Sometimes, as a student, you work 15 hours a week, and you cannot go above these 15 hours. Now, remember, in the Netherlands, I talked about skilled work salary and unskilled worker salary. Do you see some link between Luxembourg and Netherlands? Go and verify. Do your due diligence. Also, do you know that in the Netherlands, international students work 16 hours a week, right? But in Luxembourg, they work 15 hours. Now, that is something you should put into consideration. And in the Netherlands, after working like this, you can earn like 900 euros to maybe 1,100 maximum, depending on how much the company pays you. And minimum wage in the Netherlands is around 14 euros. In the book, it shows that you will earn like 11 point something as an adult. But again, Most companies pay like 14 euros, and at the end of the day, you will record like maybe 900 to 1,100, 1,002. That's the same thing in Luxembourg, okay? Then also understand that there are particular programs that will grant you internship opportunities, and within these internship opportunities, you are going to work, and these internships will equally pay you some money. It's not free, all right? You are working and you get paid as well. Then, like I said, if you are paid 14 euros in maybe Luxembourg, yeah, 14 euros in Luxembourg, just understand that at the end of the day, after your tax is removed, you might be left with 11 euros. But in the Netherlands, that 14 I told you is after tax has been removed. But remember, as a student, the employer also pays for your tax. So the money they are giving you is the call for you to go, right? Now, remember, if you are in Luxembourg, you can equally work how many hours per month? I talked about 15 hours, all right? But remember, during the summer break, which is July, August, September, you can work 40 hours a week. This way, you can make more than 2,000 euros for your job. So you need to put all of these things together. Remember, accommodation is quite a problem, not just in Luxembourg, but even in the Netherlands. I remember I stayed in a hostel for close to 11 days before I got accommodation through a recommendation. You get my point. So it's the same thing in Luxembourg. These small countries, but they are very powerful. They are small countries, but very powerful. So please put all of these into consideration. Let's see what happens next. Till we meet again in another one. I'm going to be dropping more videos here for you to watch. All right.